Hello students, hope all of you are well. So today I will start with another topic of the statistics, which is one of the most important topic, that is nothing but the curve fitting. So before I start, I want to say that those who still haven't subscribed this channel, subscribe the channel, okay, and share it with all of your friends. So let us start with our topic. So before I start, we have to learn what is a curve fitting. What is the meaning of the curve fitting? So we have learned about the bivariate data, that is whenever two set of data are given, and from the bivariate data we can draw the scatter diagram. From the scatter diagram we can see how the data are positively correlated, negatively correlated or uncorrelated. But what will be the nature of the data? If you want to find out the nature of the data, then you have to draw some diagram depending on the data. So those type of diagram which best fit that points, that is the curve or the straight line or something else which passes to the maximum points of the scatter diagram, can be fit, and that is nothing but known as the curve fitting. So in generally for curve fitting, some set of data will be provided and you have to fit the straight line or parabola or some gas equations or etc. according to the requirement. In those equations generally we have some constant values, and those constants which have to determine to the best fit for those curves in those equation. That is the brief introduction about the curve fitting. So here I have discussed what is the curve fitting. So in the scatter diagram for a bivariate data, whenever we draw a smooth curve which passes through maximum points of the plotted points, that is known as the approximating curve. Okay. The equation of such curve may be taken as an approximate relation between x and y, which is known as the empirical equation. Because we do not know exact relation between the bivariate data, but from the curve we can get an approximate idea about the relation. So that is nothing but an equation which is known as the empirical equation. Now to fit any curve on this data is nothing but known as the curve fitting. So for the curve fitting, the widely method which is used widely, that is nothing but the principle of the least square. So what is the principle of the least square? For the best fitting curve, the sum of squares of difference between the observed and the corresponding values should be minimized if possible. Suppose some sort of data are given to us and we have to fit some straight line or parabola or some other equations, exponential curves, etc. But actually we are approximating the data. Actually we are not getting the actual value of the data from those curves. So some errors occurs during this process of this method. So the principle of least square says that how to minimize the errors. So by taking the difference of the squares, sum of the difference of the squares of the observed and corresponding values should be minimized as possible. That is the method which is known as the principle of least square. So let us try to understand the method by some rules. So in our syllabus, all those rules which are present I have discussed here. You have to understand the rules and try to solve the problems by yourself. So the rule number 1, suppose we want to fit a straight line. Now a set of data x1, y1, x2, y2, xn, yn are given to us, and we have to put or fit a straight line y equal to ax plus b in this plotted, in these plots or in these dots. Now you know that y equals to ax plus b is representing a straight line where a and b, these are two arbitrary constants. So what is the method of least square? Whenever you put x1, y1, it will be y1 equals to a plus b x1. Whenever you put x2, y2, it will be y2 equals to a plus b x2. But remember that y equals to ax plus bx, y equals to a plus bx may not pass through all those points x1 y1 x2 y2 xn yn. It may pass through maximum points of the scattered diagram. So yi is our approximating value that we can observe from here, and a plus b xi, that is the another approximating value from xi x2 xn. So we have to take the difference of these two value, that is yi minus a minus b xi, and take the square of this term, and those terms will be taken summation. ओके तो यहाँ पे हम लोग को हर एक टर्म को डिफरेंस लेना है yi माइनस a माइनस b xi करके, और सभी जो टर्म का स्क्वायर लेके उसका सम लेना है, and we want to get the minimized value of that summation, that is the error will be minimized. That is the technique. But to minimize those values we will come to some normal equation. ये नॉर्मल इक्वेशंस हम लोग को दिमाग पे रखना है और नॉर्मल इक्वेशन से हम लोग को सॉल्यूशन करना है. ये जो प्रोसेस मैंने यहाँ पे बताया है ये बहुत ही शॉर्टकट प्रोसेस है. इसका फॉर्मूला है, थ्योरम है, डेरिवेशन है, जो हमारे सिलेबस में इंक्लूड नहीं है. अगर कोई अलग से पढ़ना चाहता है तो वो पढ़ सकता है कि यहाँ से मैं ये दोनों नॉर्मल इक्वेशन को कैसे लिख रहा हूँ. ठीक है. So say y equals to a plus bx, it will satisfy all those points here. Suppose we are observing that it is satisfying all those points, then taking the summation I equals to 1 to n, it will be summation yi summation a plus summation of bx. So a is constant, a will be out of the summation, and summation I equals to 1 to n will give us n. So from the first we will get the normal equation summation y equals to a n plus b constant summation of x. Now since you can observe that in our straight line we have two arbitrary constants, that is a and b. So to get the values of a and b we need two equations, because if we want to solve, we want to get two variables, then we actually need exactly two equations to get the unique values. Okay, so again we are multiplying this value by x. We are multiplying these values by x, so that is xy equals to ax plus bx square, and again take the summation over all these terms. So it will be summation of xy equals to a into summation of x plus b into summation of x square. Remember this step always. How many variables are there and how many equations we have to produce. The number of equation if you want to produce, then produce it by multiplying x, that is the independent term x axis, xy plus ayx plus bx square, and take the summation. Now from these two equations are known as the normal equation. Simply we have to find out the value of a and b, and after find out the values of a and b, we will put the values in the equation y equals to x plus b, and that will be the best fit. So let us try to understand this with a problem. Suppose a problem is given here, that is by the method of least square we have to find or fit a straight line on depending on this data. So y equals to x plus a plus bx, that is our equation of the straight line we are assuming. So what will be the normal equation? Directly write down the normal equation. No need to write down all the steps. No numbers will be deducted. Okay. Directly write down the normal equations. Summation y equals to a into n plus b summation x, and summation xy equals to a summation x plus b summation x square. So to find out all those values, let us find out summation x, summation y, summation x square, summation xy. Put all those values in equation 1 and 2 and simply solve the equation by the elimination process. So after eliminating, we have obtained some values of a and b, and putting the value in the given curve, we will obtain the best fit, that is y equals to a plus bx. Very easy problem to understand and very easy problem to solve also. Now rule number 2, fitting a parabola. So general equation of a parabola is nothing of the form a plus bx plus cx square, because parabola represents a second degree equations. So y equals to a plus bx plus cx square is nothing but a equation of a parabola. So from this what we can write down directly the normal equation. Now you can see that obviously a, b, c, these three are arbitrary constant. So you have to find out three values a, b, c. So to get three values you have to construct three equations. Okay, so summation y equals to summation a plus summation b x, that is the first equation. That is, it will be summation y equals to a n plus b summation x plus summation c x square, first equation. Now how we get the second equation? Simply multiplying this by x, so summation xy plus a into summation x plus b summation x square plus c x cube. Again multiply it by x square, then the equation will be summation x square y equals to a summation x square plus b summation x cube plus c summation x to the power 4. Now many of the students actually ask me, say, why sir we are multiplying these terms by x, why we are not multiplying this by y? You can also multiply it by y, there is no restriction, but generally we multiply it by x, that is the convention. Okay, you can multiply it by y and you can find out the solution. Similar process, same type of problem is given here. This problem has already appeared in the exam, so it is very important. Write down all the normal equation, the terms we need to find out the normal equation, find those values and simply find out or solve the equation. It may happen the data are given here larger, so the problem becomes larger problem, but this problem has already appeared in the exam, so you can understand that we have to solve those problems with this such type of big data. Clear? Now let us go to the rule number 3, that is how to find or how to fit an exponential curve. Say an exponential curve is in the form y equal to a e to the power bx. अगर ऐसे कोई फॉर्म में है तो कैसे करेंगे? If the equation is in this form, we will simply take log base 10 on both side. यही कन्वेंशन है, log base e नहीं लेना है, ठीक है? log base e अगर लेंगे तो e का कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं यहाँ पे बचेगा. So simply take log base 10 on both sides. So log 10y equals to log 10a plus bx will become, because it is the power of log base 10e. Now consider log base 10 as capital Y, capital A equals to log a base 10 and capital B equals to log e base 10. Now if we substitute all this our assumption in this equation, it will become capital Y equals to a plus bx. So you can see this equation reduces to the equation of a straight line. Clear? Now you know how to fit a straight line, but by the rule number 1. Simply find the values of capital A and B, take the antilog and find out the values of small a and small b, and hence we will put the values and fit the curve y equals to a e to the power bx. सभी के पास कैलकुलेटर है, कैलकुलेटर से log base 10 करके हम लोग वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करेंगे और e to the power में जाके उसका एंटीलॉग ले लेंगे. ठीक है? Okay, so here it is a problem given. Now you can see that I have solved this problem already. Try to solve the problem by yourself. Here the equation is given that v equals to a e to the power kt. We have to fit this curve in this given data. ठीक है? Okay, same type of problem is given here. After taking the values of capital A and B, log a base 10 equals to capital A, so a will be 10 to the power a and b will be b by log e base 10. So after taking all those values, we will get the values of b. Next rule is that fitting a curve which represents a gas equation, that is x y whole to the power a equals to b. If any arbitrary type of curve is given here, then how we will find out? X y to the power a equal to b, that is nothing but representing a gas equation. Same process, we will take log base 10 on both sides and consider the variables in this manner. Say log base 10 calculated as capital Y, 1 by a log b base 10, that is calculated as capital A, minus 1 by a is considered as capital B, and log x base 10 calculate as capital X. After considering all those values here, we will come to the equation again y equal to a plus bx. So from the equation y equals to a plus bx, we easily can find out the values of A and B by using the rule number 1, and take again antilog, find out the values of small a small b. You can obtain the values of the gas equation that best fit the curve. Same type of problem depending on that data is given here. Try to understand the problem first and solve by yourself. Okay, now another last thing or last curve I want to describe here. Say fitting a power curve, same type of curve, y equals to a x to the power b. Take again log, substitute log y base 10 equals to capital Y, log a base 10 equals to capital A, log x base 10 equals to capital X, and b equals to small b. We will obtain y equals to a plus bx. तो एक्चुअली हम लोग को रूल 1 अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करके लेना है, और बाकी जो भी प्रॉब्लम है वो सभी प्रॉब्लम रूल नंबर 1 से ही हो रहा है, तुम लोग यहां से देख सकते हो। तो अभी तुम लोगों के पास बहुत सारा फॉर्मूला मैंने यहाँ पे किया हुआ है और प्रॉब्लम्स भी मैंने किया हुआ है। एक प्रॉब्लम सेमेस्टर में आता ही है कार फिटिंग से, वो 5 to 7 मार्क्स कैरी करता है, ठीक है ना। तो ये सभी प्रॉब्लम को अच्छे से कर लो, जो भी प्रॉब्लम आएगा इसी से आएगा, इसका मैं गारंटी दे सकता हूं। ये रूल के बाहर कुछ रूल एप्लीकेबल होके प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा, यही सभी रूल से ही क्वेश्चन आएगा। और जो जो प्रॉब्लम मैंने किया हुआ है मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चन यूनिवर्सिटी का क्वेश्चन ही है। क्लियर? सो ट्राई टू सॉल्व दोस प्रॉब्लम्स बाय योरसेल्फ। हैव ए गुड डे।